The chairman of the Lagos State House Committee on Information, Setonji David, joins us for more on the passage of these two bills. Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 10.
My pleasure.
Well, two bills passed today during plenary. Let's begin with the anti-open grazing bill. Well, this was in spite of the threats and warning from the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association on the disadvantages, if we may put it that way, of that bill. Talk to us about why the House has chosen to choose this path.
Of course, we are never threatened by any association. This is the state government, and the governor is the head of government in the state. So we don't allow any association to come and threaten us in the state. This bill is essentially about ensuring that cattle rearing, which is a private business, be conducted in that manner without, disturbing other people. For instance, the farmers, they have their crops, they have their farms, and all of a sudden you just see cattle, straying away into their farms and disturbing them. It's not acceptable in the modern world. That's why we decided to enact this law today, and we thank God it was passed unanimously, and that been forwarded to the governor for his update.
All right. As it is, there are some who of the view that there has to be adequate provision for a kind of ranching system if indeed these cattle are to be taken off the street. Is there any such provision made already in Lagos to accommodate this cattle and their rearers?
You must first understand that cattle rearing is a business. It's a private business, just like poultry farming and other forms of farming. So the onus is on the owner of the cattle to provide ranch and make sure that he or she works within that ranch to ensure that his or her cattle don't stray out of the vicinity. I got what I'm saying. So it's a private business, although the government will ensure that enabling environment is provided. If you apply for land, obviously the Minister of Agriculture, will look into that when it has to do with agric land. But what we are saying is that anything that is private should be treated as such. Any business that is private should be treated as such. In this instance, cattle rearing, poultry farming, they are all private businesses. And they are expected to conduct themselves within the law of the state. All
right. Some stringent measures were spelled out in that bill, which has now been passed to the governor for assent. What is the mode of implementation and ensuring that the order is actually not flouted?
Obviously, our laws are made in such a manner to ensure that people comply with it. So there is nothing extraordinary about it. It's just like any other law we have been making in Lagos State. In this instance, the machineries that we put in place as stated in the law to ensure that everybody conforms with the law, and be rest assured that everything will be done seamlessly.
All right, let's now talk about the second bill that the State House of Assembly passed today, and that's the value-added tax bill. This has sprung up some controversy, with the FRS, for instance, claiming that it reserves the right to collect VAT from the citizens on behalf of the government. Help us better understand this process.
You see, federal inland revenue is not above the law. We are all working within the ambit of the law. The court has pronounced judgment, and everybody must comply with that pronouncement. The court in Port Harcourt stated that it is the state that has the right to collect value-added tax. So, are you saying that federal inland revenue is above the law? Obviously, they are not above the law. Nobody is above the law. So we are all conforming with the judgment that is subsisting until another judgment, maybe from a higher court, pronounce another thing. But apart from that, we live by the court, by what have been pronounced by the court in Port Harcourt, and even they have appealed, and they have even lost their appeal. So we are living by the wordings of the court, not what the federal inland revenue is saying.
All right, I must sincerely appreciate you for joining us at this time. Chairman, Lagos State House Committee on Information, Setonji David, thank you for joining us on TVC News at 10.
It's always my pleasure. Thank you.